Hey everybody! I wanted to make some modding tutorial videos, but I have to admit that I kind of chickened out, at least for now, because first of all, I'm not sure I'm really qualified to be telling anyone how to mod, and number two, I really didn't feel like I could devote enough time on a regular basis to make sure that those videos would be really good and informative and not misleading in any way. But with that said, there is some stuff I'd really love to share, so I thought I'd start a little smaller, and thus is born my Adventures in Modding series. So this is a place where I thought I would just post some various and random modded relating things, mostly things that I have figured out how to do, probably stuff I'm either really proud of or stuff that I'm really aggravated with. And it won't be done on any kind of a schedule or plan. So I don't know how useful it will be, but I hope there'll be some solutions on there maybe for folks that are looking for something particular. Or maybe it'll just be fun for people to watch an old lady struggle with her computer. I don't know. We'll see. Um, so as you can see from this screen here, right now I've got about 400 mods downloaded. I'm in the process of either adding those into my play, deciding which ones to delete for good, or some I've got on the list just to kind of check them out and see what I think. It's a crazy long list, I know, but I really can't seem to help myself. There's just so many good stuff out there. Now, most of these mods are armor and clothing or texture mods, but I do have enough complex mods in my setup that I get some issues. You may not see a lot of those in the playthrough videos, but I do get issues. Some of them I have solved. Some of them I know how to solve, but just haven't gotten to yet. Some I've tried to fix and can't figure out how to. And there's some that I really don't even know how to begin fixing them yet, so I just kind of ignore it. Like anybody that has more than a handful of mods, I do contend with the typical problems. But the worst of those I solve as I go because I do refuse to play a game that crashes all the time or that lags really bad. If I can't actually play the game, then I just take out those offending mods. It's just not worth the hassle. So mostly what I end up with is just a lot of weirdness, like some of the things that I want to show in this little intro video. We get this poltergeist food on the tables, and I also end up with this swaying in first person when I sit, and I haven't been able to figure out why that happens yet. If you've been watching any of my playthroughs, you'll see, you've already noticed probably, that Harkin's body goes invisible when he becomes a vampire lord. We've got some kind of crazy magic going on up in the towers of Dragon's Reach. And actually this happens with any buildings far away that the windows do this. For some of my armors, we've got this really crazy first-person hands problem. That I think I know how to fix. Every now and again, we get some naked NPCs. I'm not even going to ask why Jarl Balgruuf has his serving women cleaning in the nude, but fortunately, I do know how to fix this problem. I do have some textures that are kind of ugly. I have added them in, so that's my own fault. And I do intend to fix those someday. There's ankle and hand seams on the barmaids, which again is my fault, because I still need to resize the custom outfits I made for them to the larger body size, or I could just disable the body weight slider for those. Sometimes I do get hair popping out of the head coverings on both the the player character and NPCs. For my own character, the only fix I found is just to completely close the game and restart. For the NPCs, I wasn't really sure what the fix was because I don't see it often and I hadn't really bothered with it until I was making this video. And the fix is pretty easy.
And there it is, friend. And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Dalmor against its own people! So rise up! Rise up, children of the Empire! Rise up! Stormcloaks, embrace the word of mighty Talos!
I had this issue with Grelka for the longest time. She was just determined to wear this butch-looking armor, and I couldn't figure out why. But in my most up-to-date profile, where I've switched the load order all around, that does seem to be fixed, so that's good. I've got this crazy light flickering problem. This is new. It came along with some of the recently added mods, and I have no idea how to fix this. It would seem it would be, a lighting mod issue, but I have two completely separate lighting mods, one that covers inside spaces and one that does the outside, and those two mods are completely separate from each other, but I still get this flickering thing happening both inside and outside, so I really don't have any idea what's going on there. I added a mod to make the storms a little more exciting, and that's resulting in this sort of instant downpour whenever the weather changes. And I'm sure it's because my overall weather mod isn't playing nicely with the storms mod. In some places I've got this issue where water isn't actually water, which makes it a little difficult for using I need when I need a drink. Speaking of I need, that mod has a problem with some of the custom added foods, which it just gives them the wrong textures, I guess, the wrong meshes. Sometimes this fixes itself when I reload. Something else that's new is water seams. Oh, and I just hate this so much. It's not everywhere. There's only a few places, more than I would like. It's new with some of the latest mods I've added, and I've tried every iteration of load order possible for everything that affects the water or the land around the water, and nothing seems to fix this. So until I figure out what seems to be affecting these cells, it's not that obvious when I look in Test 5 Edit, but until I figure that out or take some of these mods off, then I'm stuck with it. I've got this other thing, it's a completely squirreled up article of clothing that I'm trying to convert to UNP. I'm using a new method to do that. I've done this many times before, and it's not really difficult, and I know how to do it. But yeah, it's just having a lot of trouble trying to use this new program. So hoping I can fix that. And finally, really the biggest problem I have is stutters. And I'm sure it's related to all the texture mods. Plus, I am running Open Cities, which I know people will say, why it's such a problem. And I run two mods that customize every NPC. Those are one called Everybody's Different, as well as a mod that I created, which custom dresses everybody. So again, it just takes a little time for all of those things to happen. I think that contributes a lot to the stutters. But on the upside, I have to say I have some things in my game. Actually, everything I have in my game makes me very happy. That's why it's in my game. And I really love being able to customize everything the way that I have. Like, for example, I put Nazim in these ragged pants because it just amuses me when he gets all pretentious to see him wearing these raggedy clothes. And I also thought this was great. I had to put this shot in here. It's from a recent playthrough video I did when the guard actually shot him right through the head with an arrow. And I just thought that was priceless because he's so annoying. And the great thing is that when things work out, this game can be so beautiful and so much fun. I actually sometimes find myself spending hours just running around the world looking at everything, which I know sounds completely crazy. But I'm going to call it appreciating my own work instead of the crazy old lady just running around the game. Anyway, with all that, I just want to thank all of those talented folks who have created this game and all of those talented folks who, since its creation, have given us such wonderful mods to keep making the game even better and better. And I just want to say good luck to all you modders and players out there. and happy dragon hunting!